talking about the mothers and the children and the families all leaving their homes to cross the border into neighboring countries like Poland. The UN is now estimating a total of 2.3 million people have fled Ukraine, but not everyone has been lucky enough to escape, as more than 1,200 casualties are being recorded in the country just today.
And joining us now with more on the refugee crisis is UN spokesperson and head of news and media for the UN Refugee Agency, Matthew Saltmarsh. Matthew, it's good to see you. Thank you for being with us. This exodus, right, the stunning number of Ukrainians fleeing the country in the last 2 weeks. But this is just the beginning, it seems like. And the flow of refugees has appeared to be slowing. But if Russia does continue, as it seems to want to take over the whole country, what are we looking at? What do you think we're looking at long term?
I think that's right. As you mentioned, so far 2.3 million, and it does seem like the last couple of days have been a little bit quieter on the borders. Having said that, I've just come back from one of the main border crossings, Medica, where there was a very big queue, some thousands in the queue, and that to me seemed busier than it had been the last time I'd been there a couple of days ago. In terms of looking ahead, the UNHCR, we still have a planning figure of 4 million, but I think there's recognition that that's on the modest side, and it will probably have to be revised up at some point fairly soon.
Matthew, at what point, because I've been asked this a lot from various religious leaders, charitable organizations, why is the U.S. not sending planes to bring refugees here to the United States? They did it for Afghanistan. We were talking about, well, Afghanistan was our responsibility, and the military was heavily involved. But is there something you can do on behalf of the UN, and bring this up? Or can you even answer the question, why is the U.S. not responding to bring some of these refugees back here to the United States?
Well, that's very much a question for the U.S. authorities to answer. I mean, what we would say at the moment is that those neighboring countries, as you've just heard, Poland in particular, but also across Europe, are stepping up to host refugees. The EU has passed this temporary protection directive. That means that refugees can move freely within Europe. They'll have 1 year and potentially up to 3 years. And what's good about that is that they can actually settle and integrate and get into the education system, and they can get healthcare and they can get social services. So at the moment, there's been quite a lot of movement also to Western Europe, maybe some between 200,000 and 300,000. So at the moment, the emphasis is very much on Europe. But we've also said that it's quite likely that other countries will have to step up soon outside of the European Union. So we'll have to see what happens with the US in the coming days and weeks.
Matthew Saltmarsh, let's talk more about it for sure. Let's stay in close touch. Thank you.
And thanks for what you're doing.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.